Good to be with everyone on the call here today. Let me just acknowledge and thank Legal Services Corporation for having me today on this Access to Justice Forum. And I got to be on here a little bit earlier and heard a number of the comments from the speakers before. And let me just join in my praise for all of the advocates on this call for what you're doing for access to justice and for LSC. As you mentioned, Frank, I practiced law for about 17 years as a state and federal prosecutor and also in private practice. And it is so vitally important to my constituents in Central and West Central Illinois to have access to good lawyering and attorneys. And, before the pandemic, it is difficult and problematic to navigate the court system. I've seen that firsthand myself. But you think about the pandemic over the last 15 months and how that has added to the anxiety and burden to many people across the country. And so I always say our court system is only as good as the lawyers and attorneys that are a part of it. And having competent and effective lawyers is a huge part of our system. And particularly when I think about the disadvantaged folks in my district and across the country, whether it's in housing, whether it's in eviction, whether it's in domestic violence or criminal law, you have to have good representation. And I think about two LSCs in my district that I've worked closely with. I've helped raise them money: Prairie State Legal Services and also Land of Lincoln Legal Services. And I know the hard work that they put in on a daily basis on behalf of constituents throughout my district in the state of Illinois. But they are essential to the court system. You talk to judges, you talk to prosecutors, you talk to public defenders, you talk to lawyers. They are essential to having the court system run the way that it should, and most importantly, representing people throughout the system. And so I continue to be a strong advocate in Congress. I know that my colleague, I think Representative Debbie Dingell, is a part of this call also. She's one of my favorite members of Congress. But it is a collaborative effort, and working in the Congress for appropriated dollars and money that goes to LSC is money well spent. We actually save taxpayer money in the long run by investing in these services. Again, I've seen that firsthand in my own district, and the 5 years that I've been fortunate enough to be in this job, I've been a strong advocate for further appropriations for LSCs. And so happy to be part of this call, happy to lend my support, and look forward to working with all of you in the Congress through the appropriations process to stand up and advocate for legal services across this country. So again, Frank, thanks for having me on, and for everybody being on the call.